Good morning, Dave here with Organic Gardening in North Carolina. I am sitting on my back porch and hopefully there's not too much mess behind me, but I thought I would just share with you guys a, I guess a tour of our backyard and show you a little piece of our paradise. Um, the two boy grandkids are here this weekend. You probably hear them in the background, but they'll probably be out here before I'm done too. So let me turn the camera around and I'll we show you what we got going on here. Okay. Well, the first thing that caught my eye was our little ramp. That ramp has a little car. See that little yellow car over there? The little car goes on top of that ramp and shoots them off so that they could go down the yard. Where obviously you can see they haven't done it for a while because their path is blocked by our s'more hot dog table we have set up out there with the sawhorses and piece of plywood. And I got some hot dog sticks at the grocery store. They were originally $7 and they were on sale for $1.79. So you can't beat that kind of a deal, can you? Our fire pit there, let me zoom in there. Our fire pit is what's left of the landscaping blocks that haven't broken after being fired or having fire in them and being moved. This is probably the 5th location because of moving them, because our yard has grown and because it was in the way. But see, also there's a little fish pond. It has some goldfish in it. But what I was going to say is that pine tree right here is the only thing that was in our yard when we moved here in 2006. So let's see, that would be 12 years. 12 years ago we moved here. That pine tree there was about 4 feet tall. I think it was just a Christmas tree that the people that owned the place had stuck in the yard. So everything else around here was planted since we've been here. That red maple tree there, we brought that with us from Annapolis, and I put that in the back of my van to haul it down here. It was probably 6 feet maybe, just one tiny little stick going up. Well, since we're looking that way, there's our newest rabbit hutch over there off the deck with a little wire around it to keep the dogs away because they get real excited when they see bunnies. On the floor here is some gems that the grandkids were using my hammer to break the gems apart to see what was inside of them. We got those gems at Dan Nicholas Park. They have what they call a gold mine, where you buy a bucket of sand and it has gems and shark's teeth and all kinds of stuff in them, and you get it to run it down a sluice, is that how you say that? The where the water runs down and washes the sand away and leaves the gems. So that's a fun activity when we go over there. Alright, there's a butterfly bush on the other side there. See the purple flowers? It's a little bit of a ratty bush because we moved it from somewhere else. Now we have a pool in here for the dogs to get water. Looks like we need to get some fresh water in there. We also have a pool here that we stuck up for the grandkids. We have an HOA here, so of course that is not legal to have that kind of pool. We really need to get out of here so we can be in a place where we can have chickens and be in a place where we can have rabbits and all kinds of stuff. But we're probably going to be here for a while. Alright, there is a pecan tree. I planted that from seed. I guess it would have been 2 falls ago. So last summer it grew in my garden, and I planted it here this spring, and it was probably, I don't know, probably only 6 inches, little twig, and it's really taken off, especially for a pecan tree because they grow really slow. The trampoline there is our second trampoline. No, I'm sorry, it's our third trampoline since we've been here. The first trampoline, we had it sitting on the top of that little rise there. Swale, I guess you would call that. Our yard was had a permaculture swale in it when we bought it because they're trying to keep the water from washing down the hill and washing our neighbor's house away. So we're not allowed to do anything with that swale because the water has to come down on that side of the yard, go down there, and then our neighbor's yard over there has a grate on the bottom that has a pipe that goes down to the lake. But back to my story. The first trampoline we had here, we had a storm, and it picked the trampoline up and blew it and hit the corner of that house back there. So I tried straightening some of the bars, and I even took it to a welding shop and had them weld parts of it to straighten it, and then I got it back and started putting it together, and there were other parts that were twisted and mangled, so we ended up just tossing that one because it would have been impossible to have it be put back together strong enough for it to
pick it up and put it back in.
Oh, you got it back in though?
Yeah, it was the one that looked like one of those small trout.
Okay. It was one we got from the creek, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
It looks like a trout.
All right. The dogs are stuck in the house.
That's good that we got it back in the fish tank. Yeah. The mouth was opened and it looked like a gas mouth.
Yeah, they can't breathe air. They need to breathe water.
So we had to hurry.
Yeah.
Hurry a big dog.
I'm doing a video for my friends to show them our yard. This little thing here is a it's got some little pieces of wood on it. We got this from my dad's shop after his funeral, and hung it up here on our hummingbird feeder, which we just filled up with nectar because we saw some hummingbirds around, but the bees came and ate all the nectar when we were having that drought. Oh, there's a hummingbird. Oh no, that's a butterfly. There's a butterfly down in our butterfly garden. But there have been some hummingbirds zooming around here. But where was I? Oh yeah, so that was our first trampoline. So we put up another trampoline, and I put concrete anchors in it with rebar. And that one lasted a long time. The kids wore it out. And then we just put this one up recently for the grandkids. And I dug it into that little swale. And I don't think I put any rebar over it, but it's dug down in there pretty far.
Because the dog eats the fish.
Oh yeah, she probably would eat it, wouldn't she?
And China.
Yeah, the dogs and cats probably would eat the fish.
Come on, let's go catch butterflies.
What's the best part of our yard, guys? That I can tell my friends. What do you like best?
Yummy food and garden.
Oh, the yummy food and garden?
Mhm.
What are you gonna eat? Some tomatoes?
What?
You don't like tomatoes, do you?
Nope. Other yummy food.
Oh, looks like we're catching butterflies now.
Yep, we are.
Oh, did you see that yellow bird?
Yeah. It flew on a sunflower onto the next one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was camel.
Let's see. That oak tree is grown really tall. The little tree right there is a giant arboretum, I believe it's called. And we planted that tree the same time that we planted a bunch of other Leland cypress, which you can't even see them because they're behind the other things, but we got them around the yard. Let me go let these dogs out. Okay, thing 1, thing 2, thing 3 will probably stay inside. Alright, back to my chair. Thing 3. This is the life, isn't it? Letting dogs in and out. Okay, there's thing 3. I'm sure anybody who has a dog can relate to that. Right place? Yeah. Okay, where was I? Yeah, we got a little sandbox down there for the kids. Of course, my camera doesn't want to focus that far away, because that's like 100 feet. Sounds like cicadas in the trees. And there's my garden. I'm going to do a garden tour probably tomorrow for July. But the sunflowers are beautiful while they're here, but they don't last a very long time. And I harvested my garlic, so I have a bare spot. I gotta put something in there. I keep seeing a bird zooming around here. I'm thinking it's the hummingbirds, but for some reason they don't really come over and feed on this feeder much when we're here. Could be because there's too many dogs hanging around, and hummingbirds are pretty shy. Let's see, what else can I show you? Here's one of our rabbit kennels, dog kennel that we have set up for rabbits. Part of the reason I was filming from here is because the rabbits were jumping around, but I don't see them jumping around right now. And we have some electric fence in front of there to keep the dogs from getting too excited about the rabbits. We probably don't even have to have that fence on anymore because the dogs are scared of it enough that they'll stay away. So yeah, this is our little corner of paradise. The dogs love it. The kids loved it, and the grandkids are loving it now. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. When I have a chance, I'll put some links to subscribe and other links to maybe some of my playlists in the corners here. But I'll go ahead and publish it first, so that might be a while before those get on there. Alright, thanks for watching and have a blessed day.